Namaste, brother.
Birdas Lama.
Yes. How are
Oh,
you, brother?
how am I?
Oh, you are
Okay.
taking rest. You are taking rest on the bed.
I just woke
Little,
up.
little
I'm
feeling,
waking up
you are,
and
you are
thinking
little,
clearly.
you are little feelings as sleepy. Oh,
Uh, feeling, I am feeling, I am feeling like waking up
oh, sounds.
and
Oh,
thinking
it sounds
clearly.
good. It sounds good. Oh, ah,
Mm.
good.
Yeah,
Good exercise.
the
Sorry.
Joel is here.
Oh, already. Pinchy. Yeah.
Hmm.
Then, how is your Christmas celebration coming up, brother?
Oh,
Because today is 21st December. Only
oui.
some. Are you going to make a Christmas tree built up?
I don't have a Christmas tree up. Maybe
Are, are,
that's,
you, are you
I
going
don't,
to decorate your house with Christmas tree?
I don't have any Christmas tree up. I don't
Oh,
have any decorations.
oh.
Oh, I have a red shirt. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
decorated.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, still not
Hmm.
enough sleeping?
Mm, maybe maybe I went to bed around 2
Oh,
in the morning. Now it's almost 8. Mm.
mm.
Mm. Hello, friends, enemies. Hello, strangers. Hello, hello, those in the bardo, those who are asleep. You're welcome. And all my kind mothers are welcomed. In in a past life, you may have been my kind mother. Thank you, Birdas Lama, for being my kind mother in my past life, in
Oh,
my past lives.
you are most welcome. I'm very much, I'm very much grateful with you, brother. Thank you
Hmm.
so much for your beautiful words, kind words, beautiful words.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Yes, be- I am kind to you because you were kind to me in your
Oh,
in our past life, you were my kind mother. So I owe
So
you my life in my past life.
great of, so
Mm,
great of you.
mm. Oh, you have writing in the background.
Yeah,
It's
uh,
Hindi,
this is this written in Nepali.
Nepali.
Yes.
Oh, it says, wake up and think clearly. No, it says,
No, no,
what
no.
does it
This
say?
for actually written here. The program for uh, women skill development.
Kid, kid development,
Skill.
skill development.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, is to develop a skill.
Development of women, female,
Development of what?
female skill development of female, women.
Women?
Yeah, women,
Oh, not men, but women.
not man, not man. Yes, because women are backwarded in Nepali society.
In Nepali society, women are what?
Backwarded. They are not forwarded. They are backward. They are in poor situation. I mean,
For situation?
yeah,
Back,
like
backward?
yeah,
They
backward.
they don't they don't receive enough education.
Yes, they don't get enough education, and they cannot speak going in front of big mass of people like leadership. They are they are no.
Oh, they so that sign is like the name of the place.
Sorry.
Mm. So that sign that in the back on the wall is
Yeah.
the name of the place, like the of the institution.
No. Name of this is the name of the program, not the place.
The name of the program.
Yeah, skill development program.
Skill development for women,
Program for women. Yes, absolutely.
and they they have classes there.
Oh, this actually the program was already over, like
The
the adult education. Now,
the
now no
now
class.
no more.
Already over. Already
It's
over. The program is already over. Finish.
no,
Gone. All program.
no. Will they have it again
Uh, now no.
in the near future?
Maybe because
Mm.
such programs are to be uh, sponsored by the organization.
Oh, the organizer needs funding.
Yeah. Organization need funding for the education of women, like adult education, not the formal education. Adult education for adult, like
Mm.
the books are different, uh, and
Help.
materials are different, like that, and
Yeah.
teaching methods teacher is different. Yeah, so many things different.
De incendio. Y el de allá tú lo tienes ahí en el cuarto, me lo sacas para que él lo arregle.
Mm,
Debe estar por ahí.
okay.
¿Qué las puedes llevar a Anaya a caminar?
No, ya pronto.
Debe ser un saco.
Sorry, let's see. Where did I put the alarm? Oh, here it is. Mm, mm. I'm going
Is
to.
that alarm?
This goes in the ceiling,
Yes.
and and it's like a fire alarm. When there's smoke, it it makes a loud noise.
Mhm.
But it wasn't working.
Ah,
Maybe it was the battery, but I thought I changed the battery. I don't know. Let's see. Someone,
mhm.
an electrician is coming, and maybe the electrician can figure it out. Maybe the
Mm.
electrician can try to fix it if it's still working. Mm. I'm going to go outside
Yes. With Naya?
with Naya. I'm going to take Naya for a walk.
Ah, good, good, good,
My
good.
hand on.
You are great for Naya.
Oh, I woke up late. Mm. Uh-huh. Oh. Wait. No, this one goes here. And this one goes here. Mm. And this goes here. I'm putting my pants on. I'm going to put my I'm going to I'm going to take this phone and this. Oh, and this see this. Is this available? Oh, yes, I can take this one too. Mm-hmm. Mm. 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 Let me put something here. Mm. Oh, and I can take one. Maybe. Mm. 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 Yes. Wow. And are you in a different place from where
No, I'm
you
inside. I'm not in the different place, but I'm on the bed.
you're where?
Yeah, bed on the bed because very cold today.
Oh, on the
Windy, cold.
oh
It's very cold outside, so I'm on the bed now.
oh
Did you see?
yes.
Yeah, bed. This is blanket.
It's cold outside.
Yeah, it's cold outside. I'm moving. It's blowing uh, cold air, cold wind outside.
Oh no.
So I'm inside
Wow.
on the bed.
And namaste, brother Joel.
Namaste, brothers. Birdash, brother Hiro. Where is brother Rami this morning?
Now, namaste,
And
namaste.
Brother Rami is
Oh,
not here, but will be coming here soon. Don't go away. Brother Rami will be back. In the meantime, we can talk bad about him.
Okay, what should we
Mhm.
say bad?
Okay. He's very bad, very bad, very bad, 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 bad. He's going to invite some friends over. So we'll have many people today. He's going
Oh,
to
yes?
invite Joey. Remember Joey?
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Joey Fisher. He was here last time. He's going to invite somebody else. Mhm.
New friend?
Mhm. New friends.
Yeah.
We are going to
Then how are
discuss
things going with you, brother Joe?
difficult.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear Berdash.
Oh,
How are things going with you these days, brother Joe?
So. I went to the hospital last week.
no,
Oh,
no.
last week. What happened, please?
I thought my heart was giving out, but I think they said no, it's just some sore muscles in your shoulder or your chest, but they
No,
don't
good.
know.
Are
No,
you
when you
are
have
you are you better
pain,
now?
I don't know. I'm waiting for an appointment with the doctor.
You are
No.
waiting for the report? Doctor
Yeah,
report?
I'm waiting to meet with my doctor.
Ah.
no.
So
Oh,
I
well,
want to wish to go everything right upon you,
Thank
brother
you.
Joe.
I
Yeah.
wish so too.
And
I wish it
and-
was not related to the heart, but maybe it was muscle cramps in the chest.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I don't know. I just this morning I was a little bit dizzy when I got up, so I hope
oh,
it's not getting worse.
mm.
Oh, it's our favorite person from uh north of here, northwest of here. What? It's done. It's Tab Rose. Yeah, on Facebook, something like that.
Oh, is that Dawn? I thought Tab Rose was somebody else. I'm confused. I don't use Facebook that much.
No,
¿Encontraste la cosita esa?
no. Let's see. Let's see. Where is it?
Oh yeah.
Where's the?
Oh done. It's also from
Mm.
US, yes, done.
Yes.
I saw last time, yeah.
Yes, Don. Welcome. Are are you known as? Oh, maybe that's a secret. A secret. What is it? Pseudonym, no, pseudonym or
Little
alias?
My screen name, you mean, on
Rose
Facebook?
lot
on
of
Facebook.
coffee.
I should know that because then Joe will know who you are.
Yeah, don't
Oh,
tell me.
nice. Oh, it's not a secret.
Oh,
Oh, good.
It's just that nowadays people tend to use their real names. But back in the day, when all these things really started popping up, we used screen names. That's how they taught us to use it. And so I just continued to do it that way.
That's good.
Hey,
Yeah.
Berdas.
Hmm.
Ah, sir, yeah. Namaste, namaste, new friend Don. I'm very happy to see you again.
Namaste. But it looks like I disappeared.
Yeah. Very
Oh.
happy to see you again.
Oh, no, that's
Second,
somebody
this is
else.
my second time to see you.
Yes, I'm sorry I'm not on video right now. I'm still getting up, but I'll join on video in a little bit.
Okay.
Oh, here it is.
And how are things going with you these days? Don, sister Don.
Oh, it's
Perhaps
fabulous. Now I'm doing wonderfully. I've been growing spiritually. Um,
good.
lots of good things happening. Even when there's something to complain about, there's no need to complain.
Oh,
Everything is great.
And
wow.
how is Christmas celebration coming up upon
I
all of you?
I
Hmm.
tend to not celebrate holidays, but the spirit of the holidays, of Christmas, definitely with me. And there's lots of love in my community right now that I feel. So it's wonderful.
Mira, toma.
Oh, look at Joel. Joel, you're full of love. Thank you.
A beautiful
I
name.
love you,
Yeah.
Joel.
I love you too,
Oh.
Don.
Hmm.
I love you too, Cairo. How you been?
Hmm. Oh, how have I been? Hmm. See, I'm wearing red.
Yes, my power color.
Yeah. You have headphone also.
He's wearing red because that's the first color you use in Vinci games.
Yeah.
Oh, do you have
Everything goes to Vinci in Joel's world.
do you have a Make America Vinci hat?
Make America Vinci again. Make America Vinci for the first time.
Oh my God. Wait, how do you say that word? Make America Vinci again. Mava.
Mava, make America Vinci. Mava, yeah. Naga Mava.
We should start
Mava.
using that on social media sites to confuse
Yes,
everybody.
yes.
Oh no,
Get
you have
Naga, try Mava.
Joel. Ah. And what about you, Berdas?
Oh, it's
well,
so I'm as usual.
but
Not so mentionable things I have.
the what?
So
Well,
it's very cold and it's freezing night
okay.
in at my village,
Mm.
and morning and evening is very difficult to walk outside due to cold, because we have winter season in Nepal right now,
Yeah.
and
In
no work, because winter time people do not work. Normally people do not work. People will be free
Mm.
at my village.
Mm. Mm.
Is that a good thing to not have to work during this time?
Sorry,
Mm.
Is it a
I
good
beg your.
thing to not have to work during this time?
Oh, so difficult, so difficult. So when
Oh,
no work and so difficult to spend the life to uh,
oh,
feed daily bread. It's difficult.
I see. I see. With no work, you don't have income. I see.
Yeah, of course. I'm jobless. Yes, I'm jobless also. Actually, I don't have any job at any organization, and I don't have any. I'm not a government official also.
Yes.
So just looking after my children, my two kids.
Mm,
Brother, I don't know, and looking after chicken. Some
mm,
small in number. I have chicken
okay.
and good, but I want to increase the number of goats and number of chicken to
Yes.
make them as a income source. But it's very difficult to buy because
Yeah.
I don't have any income source to buy. Uh, to buy means to increase in the number of goats and chicken.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
God. Mhm. Mhm.
So if I have more in number, there goats and chicken, then I can that will be helpful for my survival. But it's very difficult at the moment.
Mhm.
Mm.
Mhm.
So
But
so I'm
there's goats
so
available to
I'm
buy.
uh, so I'm looking for uh, humanly support also for my survival, for my livelihood.
Yes. I was going
Yeah.
to say, but how many goats do you have?
Now
Yes,
two. Now two goats.
but they're not male and female.
Uh,
Huh?
one male, one female.
Oh, good. You can mate them soon.
But it's small. The
Oh,
male is small.
I see. Wow, we'll have to think about how to help bear dogs. How to help. If you're talking, Joel. Oh, go.
Maybe there would be a market for made in Nepal Vinci boards.
Yes.
Beautiful.
That would be very exotic.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think
Very
there's a special kind of wood that they have in Nepal. I forget the name of the tree. I read about it once.
Oh.
Oh, what's the tree for?
To make a Vinci board.
It's
Mhm.
Direct
Eh,
from it. And you can have them signed by the entire Lama family, unique collector's items.
oh, but Vinci, but Bir Das Lama, doesn't he have a tree that has little berries, and those berries can be
Oh, I
used
don't
to
know.
make
I don't have trees.
a
I don't
rosary?
have trees at my field.
It's gone.
Yeah,
The
finished,
rain was
destroyed. I had some, but destroyed by the landslide.
Oh,
So, yeah, in other people's field there are trees, but my own I don't have trees.
oh, so can you get permission to go to other people's field to get those berries to make a rosary, a mala?
No, not the permission. I need if I want, then I must buy from them.
And it's very expensive to send the beads by mail. It's probably, I don't know, or maybe you if you want to ship something to the U.S., do you go to the Nepali post office or something like that?
Oh yeah. Oh, do you mean what to ship?
To ship mala with
Mala?
meat
Oh,
made from
I
the tree.
yeah. Last time, probably I told you last time about that mala, Buddha Jita mala, but it's very too much difficult and too much expensive to ship
Ship.
to send US and the route. I need so many strong documents to send to no to ship mala to US. I must have strong and very reliable and very approved documents by the government if I want to send mala to US.
Wow. Oh, the documents give you permission to ship.
Yeah, documents. Yeah, I must have like number one. I must have license for the transaction of mala.
No, you
Government
must have
license
license
for the transaction of mala.
position of mala.
Yeah,
What is
license. You know license.
And
You know
there's some
license.
things that are prohibited.
Yeah.
Yep.
Without license, that the license is like permission card issued by the government and if I have that permission like permission card license, then I can do the transaction of that mala.
Oh.
Otherwise I will be arrested by the police.
Oh no.
if I if I if I try to take even some some pieces of mala to Kathmandu, I will be arrested by police
Oh
without
no.
license, without that permission card like license.
Ooh, they're very strict.
Yeah, very strict, too much strict.
Too much strict.
Yeah.
Is there a reason for that? Is there something special about mala seeds that they're
Yeah,
toxic?
this is
or-
this mala is actually this belongs to religion, and that religion is Buddhism. The mala belongs to Buddhism, Buddhist religion.
So can Buddhists transact for mala, or
Sorry?
can Buddhists deal with mala, or
Yeah, they can yes deal with mala, and they use mala, but
Oh,
they will have all kinds of documents or permission, then they are allowed to do so.
oh, I have a mala.
From where did you get it?
I got it online. I forgot where. Oh,
Online?
it's
From
got
where? Yes. From where
it's
did you get it? Online? From where? Nepal or somewhere, some other countries?
oh, I forgot where. It's got a tassel. It's got a guru
Of
bead.
course.
It's got a counter here, like an abacus, and you move one down.
Ah.
You go around once. You go like this, and then again and then you
So
done it
if you
twice. That's 100, and again that's a 300. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 10. You do 10. And then it's got another counter on the other side. Another counter. And
and
when you do 10,
do you recite mantra with
so
mala every morning
that's
and
10 times
evening? How many times do you
is
recite mantra with
another
mala,
1,000.
brother
So
Jairo?
you can do 10,000 counts, 10,000 repetitions
Oh,
of a mantra, right?
no sound.
Oh. Hmm. You cannot hear me?
Nothing is hard.
Oh no.
I hear you here, Jairo.
Can you hear me now?
Oh. I do not hear anything else.
Oh no.
I think it's your problem, Birdash. Do you hear me?
I hear
Oh,
Vinci. But Birdas Lama doesn't hear.
I'm sorry.
Oh, can you hear me?
Didn't
Oh,
hear anything.
maybe he's having technical difficulties. Hold on, kids. While Birdas Lama fixes his technical difficulties, and he will be able to hear us soon. You see. Oh, no. I dropped my mala on the ground. Bad luck. I'll have to do penitence or something. Or maybe I'll have to bless the mala with the mantra that blesses anything. Om Ahum. Om Ahum. And the ha 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 ho mantra to purify. Ha 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 ho. Ha 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 ho. Ha 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 ho. Ho 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 ho. That's the Santa Claus mantra. Ho, 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 ho.
Can you hear me, Bear Dust?
Oh, I can hear Don.
I
Bear
hear you.
Dust can't hear any of us? Oh
No.
no.
Apparently not.
Oh
Oh, no.
no.
Oh, no. He's trying to fix it. Let's see. Let's see if this works. I haven't tried this before. This didn't even fit very good. Let's see. I think. Let's see. Where's my phone? Oh. Hmm. Where's my phone with the? Oh, here it is. I'll take this out. And put this in. Let's see if I can hear it. Oh, let's try it. See if this works.
You can't hear me too, Bear Dust? No. Can we hear him?
Yes, we hear him if he speaks, usually.
Ah.
Oh. Maybe we can type can
Mhm.
in the chat. Can you say something
Yes.
if that's there I sent something. Now see if weird that's Lama. Oh. Oh no, he's muted. Hmm.
Oh, now he's
You're
muted.
you're
Unmute.
muted. Mute mute you're mutated. No, you're muted. Muted. Hmm. Okay. Hold on, folks. While we correct the technical difficulty.
Okay.
Say something, Beer Dash.
Do you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
we hear you.
Yes.
Do
Can
you
you
hear
hear?
us?
No,
But I haven't heard anything
here.
from you, from any of you. I don't hear
Oh,
any.
maybe
We can
Oh.
hear you. Mm.
can you disconnect, connect, and reconnect to Zoom? I typed it in. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood to walk the dog. Mhm. Saya the dog gets to be washed, and it's cold. Oh, yes,
Yes, it's so cold. Florida, cold. It's horrible.
yes, 50 degrees. It's horrible. Oh, mm. Well, I don't know exactly what the temperature is. I have an app for that. Let's see. Let's see what the app says is the temperature in
Ah.
this area.
Hey, Birdas, you can hear us
Oh,
now?
Oh,
yes, we
now
can. Now we can
now I
hear
can
you.
hear.
Okay.
Now I can hear
And we,
it, all of you.
yay!
Thanks God.
Welcome back.
Thanks- Yeah, thanks God.
Oh,
Thanks everyone.
oh, it's 46 degrees. It feels like 41.
Oh my God, it's so cold.
We're gonna die. It must be colder in Toronto, Canada, where Brother Joe is.
Leaving.
Mm-hmm. Oh, but he went to prepare his porridge.
Porridge,
Or-
breakfast?
Maybe he went to prepare his breakfast.
Probably so. Probably so. And did you have your breakfast, Sister Dawn?
No,
Beauty.
not yet. I'm just getting dressed, and then I'm going to have my devotion. And
Wow.
then after my devotion, then I will maybe have a bite, or actually today I'm going to training with my puppy.
Wow.
So I think
And
I'm going to have water this morning.
Wow, that's wonderful. You have a wonderful sequence of events coming up for you.
I do. And I'm going to meet a new person for lunch today. A
Wow.
lady that the lady who boards my dogs connected us. So I'm going to meet a new woman today for lunch.
Wow. Wow. And may it go splendidly. And
Thank you.
may you eat nutritiously at your local McDonald's.
Thank you.
Is that where you're eating?
No,
McDonald's?
no.
No, something a little bit better.
Yeah, I'm going to eat at a restaurant. It's called the
Wow.
Biscuit Barn. I've never been there.
Wow, the biscuit what?
Barn.
The biscuit barn. Oh wow, that's
It's in
barn full
Crystal
of biscuits.
River. It's in Crystal River.
Crystal River. Free advertising. Y'all come on. Y'all come on down to the biscuit barn,
Beer Dos will head right over.
where you can get your biscuits. They're delicious.
No.
They're home
Joe,
cooked.
jump in
They're
his car
cooked
and come
in the-
right away.
They're cooked in the
biscuits.
oven. They're cooked in the oven, and they use a handmade flour recipe, special secret family recipe,
How do
handed
you
down
know?
generations.
Does it
No, I'm just
mean
guessing.
Sister Dawn is offering me biscuit?
Yes.
Ha, good. Really?
If you could come here, I would feed you.
Oh, I cannot imagine to come to US. I cannot imagine.
Oh, it's not
Not
too
pos-
far. It's a lot
It's not.
closer. It's not a lot closer. It's a lot closer than the moon.
Yeah,
you-
I can reach only on smartphone, mobile phone. Uh, Yeah, US. But
Wow,
in
isn't that
real, this is
amazing?
not possible for me.
Oh, but you're here in smartphone transportation. You're
But
transporting your mind.
it is possible for you to visit Nepal.
Yes,
For
yes.
US, for US people, even for brother Joe, yeah, can visit Nepal. But for Nepalese people, not easy to go to abroad.
Yes, but you can go abroad with YouTube. You go to YouTube and type
Yeah,
in Toronto, Canada, and then you go
If you
and you find a
if you-
video of Toronto, beautiful downtown Toronto.
but if you take me, if you make me your son, then I can go to USA, Florida.
Mm. Oh, yes,
Like
you can be my kind son. Oh, because I am your
yeah,
kind
yeah,
mother. I am your
yeah,
kind
yeah.
mother.
No, if you take me as a adopted son, then I'm allowed to go to USA.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Otherwise, not. But for adopted son, if you want to make an adopted son, then you have to make so many documents,
So many
real
documents. Oh,
documents. Yeah,
it's very
you have to.
bureaucratic to
Yeah,
Nepal.
yeah, you have to come Nepal first.
Okay. I will come to Nepal and fill out the 20-page document to make you my adopted son.
Yeah.
Then I can bring
I
you
hope
to beautiful
I trust
Florida.
you. I trust
Then
you,
we
brother Jairo.
can
You
get on a
you
we can drive to Toronto. It's not too far. It may take me 3 days to drive to Toronto to visit
3 days?
Brother Joe. Mhm.
Ah,
Wow.
Benchy bird. I trust you will make a plan for Nepal to visit brother Jairo.
Yes, I'm going to Nepal and I will take a Vinci board and we will play a game of Vinci and transmit via Zoom, and it will be historic. The first play of Vinci in Nepal. Wow.
Yeah. Sure.
Not the first in Asia because he has been played in Japan with
Masa.
brother Hiroshi. Hmm.
Hiroshi, brother Hiroshi.
Ah,
In Tokyo or nearby Tokyo.
Yeah, right in Tokyo
In
at
the
the
year
Ueno Hotel.
that was in the year 2022 or 2023.
I think 2022.
Wow. Historic landmark. First time in Asia.
I
Well,
missed Hiroshi. I want to see him again. I hope he comes.
Yeah, he came once, but he hasn't been back regularly.
Mm.
Yes. He should be able to come by. He gets off work. Isn't it like a Friday for him? No. No, maybe he gives classes on a Saturday. Yeah, let's see. Yes, there. Yes, it's Saturday evening. Oh, we have Rami. Rami, our favorite person. He moved north of Don. Now he lives in northern Florida.
is Rami joining now? Oh,
Yes,
oh yes.
He's
Yes.
connecting to audio.
Yeah,
Welcome,
connect.
brother Rami, to wake up and think clearly. I woke up late, around 7:45, and I messaged Rami, and he messaged back through Facebook or Messenger, and he said he would be inviting maybe some friends like Joey Fisher. He was here last time. No, the oh, and we have the Vinci board. Oh my goodness! Look at that Vinci board. It looks like a Chinese checkers kind of board.
it is. It's a Chinese checkers board with a Vinci board in the center.
Wow, that could
It's a,
blow my mind. It takes great imagination to see where the places are. I see two triangles. No, those are not triangles. Those are diamonds. They're touching. It looks very mathematical.
Yeah.
It looks like Kabbalah or something sideways.
in case it's too busy, we can turn it over.
Wow, look at that. That looks simpler. Look at that.
Oh,
Now it's nice and neat. It's very zen like now.
Zenny Zen Zen.
इसी 2090 दिनमा कि 21 सालको एसएससी चैत
Oh,
प्रसाद गरी
it looks like buttons, like metal. Looks like bullets.
Those are
Bullet,
pretty.
bullet butts.
त्यही हुँदा हब्जी
You see.
So today we have to deal with the different styles of playing Vinci.
Oh no, there's different styles.
Yes.
How can that be?
Well,
Different rules.
not
different
exactly.
strategies.
It's the same rules, but the method of enforcement is different.
Oh no, enforcement. Oh no, it's more bureaucratic. More bureaucratic. We have to fill out some documents to make our move.
I think you created some
Well,
of the
no,
rules, Hyro. Didn't some of the rules come because of Hyro?
absolutely.
Wow, I'm world famous and important in the history of Vinci. Oh. Mhm.
So
Wow.
we have to distinguish between the polite rules
Oh
and the
no.
pirates rules.
Oh no.
Yes.
Polite and
Or
pirates
pirate.
rules. Oh no. That means that the pirates rules are the rules where you could steal a move if you're not looking or something.
Well, it's not exactly like that, but it's close. So in the pirates rule, scoring or something else, you don't have to tell them.
Mhm.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm not, am I muted?
Yes, I hear you. But
Okay.
there were some poor connection moments where your voice sounded uh, like a little bit muffled or coming in and out. But I think we can still hear.
And Beardos got booted, so I think, yeah, I can hear
Oh
you too.
no! Beardas got booted out. A pirate stole Beardas Lama or something like that. Or he had to go eat. He's gonna eat dinner. Dinner in Nepal, maybe. Or maybe he already ate. No, it was too cold. He was in the bed. You think he had a sign in the back saying in Nepali that this is the the institution for learning skills for women. But it's over now. Well, so maybe they liked the sign, so they kept it and brought it home.
Mhm.
Let's see. Rami is having difficulty making a complete connection.
Yes.
Maybe his internet is weak today. Oh, look, the dog. The dog likes to bark at dogs that bark at her. Or maybe it's a conversation that the dogs were having with the barking vocabulary. No. It's cold. And today it's December 21st. Oh my, 4 days left, maybe three. Because Yes, we're going to celebrate Christmas Eve. Do something. Christmas Eve. Maybe go eat dinner at Gloria's.
Who's Gloria?
Friend of ours, of the family, and
Oh, nice.
the mother of my brother's daughter. So,
Oh,
but they don't live together. But my brother, I think, provided Gloria with a house, and Gloria likes to cook for during festivities and have people over. Like for Thanksgiving, a lot of people came over to Gloria's house to eat Thanksgiving kind of stuff.
she has the gathering place at her house.
She does gatherings.
Yeah,
So
she
maybe
has the
we'll
gathering.
gather for Christmas. So we'll be taking my mother, Celia, and I'll be going with my sister, and that's about it. But maybe there'll be people there. There should be. Yeah, maybe there'll be.
Does your mother enjoy going out to these outings?
Uh, mm, Usually, sometimes she gets uh, uh, anxious, but usually she's been pretty good in around gatherings, and she and people smile at her and talk to her, and she smiles back, even though she might not know who they are. And she says, "Oh, how are you?" She kind of fakes that she knows who they are. But,
I'm going to step away for a little while, but I'll come back as soon as I can.
oh, hurry
Enjoy.
back, hurry
See you
back.
later, Dawn. Thanks
Okay,
for
I'm just doing my
visiting.
devotions.
Bye, the
Devotion.
best one here.
Okay,
Bye.
that's good. That she's going to do her devotion, so she'll be back with great blessings and to spread her joy to us. Thank you, Brother Rami and Sister Stacy, for joining us.
No.
Mm.
How are each of you this very fine December morning?
Oh, cold. It's it's like 44 degrees here.
Got your heat wave.
36 up here in North
Oh,
Central Florida, but 69 comfortably in the house.
what? And and I wonder how cold is it in Toronto? Maybe it's freezing in Toronto.
Yeah, it's freezing for sure. It's
Oh,
very, very
Canadians
cold.
probably stopped paying attention after September.
Yeah. We just expect it. Actually, we consider this to be pretty warm for around here.
wow. Wow. I remember when I used to live in Kentucky and we had light snow every now and then. Yes. Oh, we got snow.
We're
Oh,
planning-
we have to close.
Oh.
We have to close the schools because there was a little light snow. So that was fun to stay home. And I have to go to school because of the light snow that landed on. Because maybe they're not equipped for cleaning up the streets so well because it doesn't snow that much. Or well, maybe sometimes it would snow a lot and but it would go away after 3 or 4 days. A lot of slush. Yes, wow. But Toronto is Toronto covered in snow?
No, it's just a light dusting now, but north of here where the ski resorts are, it's pretty snowy. They had big
Wow.
snowfalls.
Wow.
Well, they have the machines to make the snow if it doesn't come naturally, yes?
Yes, they do. That's true.
For ski resorts. Ah, it's amazing. They can make artificial snow. Mm. Mm. and and Rami invited friends over.
Anyone show up?
Maybe Joey, maybe who else? They haven't
Not
showed
yet.
up yet.
No.
Mhm.
We'll see.
Mm. And
There's
and
a-
Rami
Mhm.
and Rami had a topic in mind. Is it a topic that will help us to wake up and think clearly, or maybe we have to be thinking clearly before before
It's a
before
process.
before starting the topic? We have to be waking up and thinking clearly, or otherwise we'll make a mess out of the topic.
I thought that we could start by reading the end of the 42nd chapter of Isaiah.
Oh wow, is that the one that says? Hmm. Is that the one that mentions Lucifer? Maybe.
No,
No. What was it?
but yes, it is that book where there is a reference, but that's in a different chapter. And it's a one-line reference. And that's the entire reference in the entire collection.
Wow. Amazing. And there's a Netflix series called Lucifer, and there's a character in it called Lucifer,
Mhm.
and quite handsome, and I guess he's pretty good with the ladies.
I was hoping Kevin would be able to join us, but
That's
we'll
a
see.
little bit.
He may or may not be able to.
You were hoping who would join us?
The fellow who noted on your link about subjective reality, being a scholar of that particular matter.
Oh, wow, that would be good. Mhm.
He's one of them.
Thanks for inviting him over. That would be exciting to be scholarized in by a scholar. Yes, it's it's fascinating to try to figure out the puzzle of how people thought in ancient times, what was going on between these groups of people and those groups of people, and what was it like living under a certain ruler, and what meager writings we have of those times, and piecing it all together and discovering new writings. Well, not new, but buried writings, or maybe they were kept in caves, in jars, or preserved. Maybe they thought, oh, the government is trying to destroy
You're describing the essay
our
that's who spoke.
oh yeah, the government, or maybe it's the mainstream religion is trying to remove us from being influential. We best
Okay.
put our information, our sacred writings, and
Letter
hide them in secret.
to his
Maybe.
mentee Timothy. And he wrote to Timothy, writing in the 3rd chapter, verses 16 and 17, all scripture is God breathed and useful for teaching, rebuking, correcting, and training in righteousness, so that the servant of God may be thoroughly equipped for every good work.
In Timothy, there's a passage that says all scripture was designed to make us to live righteously. Something like that, I heard.
I'll give you the exact quote and then you can read it for yourself. That way it better becomes part of you. There you go.
Oh, it says, all scripture is, oh, it went away. I'll bring it up by tapping chat. Okay, it says, this is Timothy chapter 3, verse 16 through 17. Timothy is a text gathered in the New Testament. And why is it called Timothy? Did Timothy write it, or it's a letter to Timothy or something like
It's
that?
addressed to Timothy from Paul.
It's a what?
It's addressed to Timothy from Paul. Timothy was a
Oh, it's
young
directed.
spreading the gospel. He was a preacher.
Oh, Timothy was a preacher.
Yeah, and Paul was his mentor, and he's writing to
And-
Timothy. A bit of his advice.
Oh, telling him, don't forget. Paul's telling Timothy, don't forget to tell him this in your next sermon. Tell him that all scripture is God breathed and is useful for teaching and even rebuking. Oh, and sometimes even correcting and training in what? In righteousness. That is wonderful, because when we know what is right, then we can practice righteousness. And so then we will be servants of God, so that the servant of God may be thoroughly equipped for every good work. Oh, wow. So when we look at a scripture, we should feel the God breathedness of it, the usefulness of it. We should try to seek now, what did, or whoever brought it out, or say that this came inspired by God. What in it is useful for me? What is practical for me? What serves as a teaching? What could it be? Something that is rebuking me and correcting me and training me in righteousness, so that I may be a servant of God, and may be I thoroughly equipped for my good works. In let's say I could use Wake Up and Think Clearly as a channel for good works. And so I can read a scripture and see, how can I apply this to my good work of Wake Up and Think Clearly? And
it's my thinking on track.
By thinking on track.
Or is this going to go off to a side rail that quickly ends, or maybe goes for a while but eventually comes to a dead end? All right, now from
Wow.
the Hebrew scriptures, end of chapter 42. So 42 or 41 chapters plus most of 42 has already been spoken of, or has already been. So much amazing things happens in Isaiah, because remember, Isaiah is a guy.
Oh.
He's a Jew who suddenly wakes up in the presence of God, like in the presence, with angels and everything.
Oh.
Yes, right.
We were interrupted by our sponsor, Jorge Hernandez in Texas. He is donating thousands and thousands of thank yous. Yes, he's blessing us with his thank yous for
Hey, pasa, my friend. How are you today, Rami?
Hi, Jorge.
Long time to see you, my friend. How are you?
Brother Jorge is in the house. Remember brother Jorge Hernandez from Texas, from Houston, Texas?
playing?
So
Who's
we have-
playing?
We have Joel in Toronto, Rami in Northern Florida, Jorge in Texas, and we had Dawn, but she'll be
Yes,
back.
sir. Yes,
She's
sir.
doing devotions. She's doing devotional meditation so that she will be
Okay.
strong and powerful.
How are you, Jorge? Long time no see.
Yes.
¿Qué pasó,
How
my
are
friend
your
Joe?
dog?
Jorge is
How are you,
of,
Joe?
I'm good, thank you.
How's the
Jorge
weather up there?
is of Mexican
Cold,
ethnic.
cold.
Oh, maybe Jorge was born in Mexico. Jorge was born in Mexico, correct?
Yes. Acapulco,
But he lives-
Mexico.
Wow.
And most recently, Jorge, you're working with our friend Stoic Dan.
Yes.
And you are all reading the Stoics in Espanol on Wednesday evenings.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes,
going?
sir.
How's
Doing
that
good.
been?
Wonderful.
Doing okay?
Yes, I try to attend the meetings on Wednesdays where we're studying the work by Marcus Aurelius in Spanish, translated to Spanish from Greek. Maybe they first translated it to English and then to Spanish. Who knows? And so we take turns reading a passage, and and then we say so. Maybe Jorge says, "What do you think?" And then I say, "Oh, I think that Marcus Aurelius is telling us something. Is trying to get us to wake up and think clearly." And
You always answer like Descartes. Descartes. I think, therefore I am.
oh, I think, therefore I
Just
am. Otherwise, if I wouldn't think, I wouldn't know that I am. It's interesting because when I don't think, I don't exist. So only when I exist, no, only when I think, I exist. So when I am stressed out, all I have to do is stop thinking. How's that? You like it?
Then
Yeah,
then
like
you're
it.
no longer there to be stressed. All right. What is there a difference in reading Marcus Aurelius in Spanish as compared to reading a translation of him in English?
Oh, is there a difference? Well, I pulled out my Marcus Aurelius meditations in English, and as we were reading it in Spanish, and I noticed, oh, what's this word in Spanish? I don't know it. And then I looked at it in English. Oh, that's what it is. So sometimes it helps me decipher what is in Spanish, and sometimes I say, wait a minute, why did they say this in Spanish in that way? I think I like it better in the English way. It's more conversational maybe, but the Spanish to me sounds very Greekish to me. Maybe this Spanish is going word for word for the Greek or something. I don't know. Well,
The original journal was written in Latin or in Greek?
oh, that's right. It was written in Latin, maybe, so it's Latin to me. So maybe the Latin, the Spanish maybe should be more closer to the literal than the English. Maybe the English, they say, oh, we could say that better in English this way versus the Latin way. Interesting. I'll pay attention to that next time.
How do you? I take it you've probably read the works in both languages, though, Jorge. Do you get? You probably get certain different flavors of meaning when you're reading in Espanol as compared to in English.
I think it's the same. For me, it's the same. The idea is the same.
The ideas are
Maybe the translation, maybe a couple words are different, but the idea is the same. The main idea is all the same. The thing is that if you are practicing,
a little bit different, yes, no.
if you are learning Spanish as a second language, I think it helps you. It helps a lot, and that's why Jairo finds it a little bit tricky because he stopped reading in Spanish a long time ago. So it's good exercise for his brain. Right,
Mm,
Jairo?
and Stoic Dan knows some Spanish, and he tries to uh, uh to explain what something in Spanish in his limited Spanish, but it's good effort for him, and we get it. Yeah, it's very good.
Yeah, by the way, the
And
next year, next month, I'm gonna start offering some classes in uh, Spanish as a second language. If you are interested, you're more than welcome.
wow,
Rami
wow,
and
Jorge
Joel, if
is
you're
going
interested
to
in
be
that.
teaching Spanish as a second language.
That's
So
great.
Rami can learn Spanish online from
Mhm.
Jorge.
It's
And
gonna
maybe
be on the
Joel can
weekends,
too.
maybe afternoon. Yeah, after
Stoic
12.
Dan
Yeah.
too.
Look forward to that.
So,
Yes, please keep me in the loop in that.
and I'm going to be teaching Tibetan as a second language. After I learn it, then maybe I'll start teaching it. Well, I'm still stuck on learning the Tibetan alphabet, but I see a relationship between Tibetan alphabet and Sanskrit alphabet, which is also very much the same as the Nepali alphabet and the Hindi alphabet, I would say, and they use the same characters, but the Tibetan alphabet uses their own devised characters that was designed back in the maybe the 8th century because Tibet was very violent and uncivilized. Well, they had roaming pirates. No, what would they call them? Bandits, yes. And so then suddenly a powerful king or whatever he was, a warrior, united Tibet, a large tract of Tibet. It's probably as big as Germany and France combined. And so but it's sparsely populated, nomadic, and very little farming. And so he said, now that I've got this empire, well, I need to put administrators and I need a language. Maybe we have a writing system. Maybe we'll be able to administrate it better, and maybe we can learn. Yes, we can learn a Stoic-like philosophy. They said so. They knew about Buddhism because there were some Buddhist yogis in Tibet, and they were amazing. So let's go to India and learn Buddhism and learn how to write and translate Buddhist works from Sanskrit to Tibetan. And so we'll come up with a devised writing system and make it correspond to Sanskrit so that if we have a Sanskrit mantra, we can write it in Tibetan and be able to pronounce it more or less. Have difficulty because our language doesn't have certain letters, but Sanskrit has all the letters. They have 50 letters in the alphabet, while Tibetan only has 30. So they went across the mountain down to India, to the universities, the Buddhist universities, and learned Sanskrit and came up with a system of writing, and they brought it back to Tibet, and they started translating all the Buddhist literature from Sanskrit to Tibetan, and then suddenly, over the centuries, well, not suddenly, gradually over the centuries, Buddhism was reduced and eventually extinct from India. So there was no longer much Buddhism left in India. All the Buddhist universities in India were maybe destroyed or burned down, replaced with Hindu temples, maybe, or Muslim temples, or just built something on top of them? So then Tibet became a preserver of Indian Buddhism. And that's why Tibet is important for Buddhist philosophy and practice. How do you like that?
It's all right.
I like it.
Are you acting like a co-pilot now?
Co-pilot?
Okay, who's gonna play? Cause I really want to learn. So who's gonna play in against Joel? I'm waiting.
Well, I was wondering if we could do the end of chapter Isaiah. It's only verse 42nd chapter. It's only 8 verses.
Oh, okay.
We can do like
Sure.
that.
Sure,
that.
yeah. No,
For sure.
go ahead, no problem.
Okay, thank you. I think we've got okay. Hiro, would you like to read it for us since you've got the thank you.
I got it open here. Let's see.
Oh, nice.
There it is. Oh,
Now, okay, Joel,
Isaiah.
Eugene Peterson is a
40.
guy who maybe just a few years older than yourself, who had in teaching, and he started with Paul's first letter, Galatians, which is probably the earliest work in the New Testament. But after he did the New Testament and Psalms and Proverbs, he went and did the entire collection of the Hebrew scriptures found in the classic Christian Testament. All
This
those
is-
works as well, and
am
written
I
many
in
other
the?
books too, but this is in an English that's very approachable, very readable to our contemporary ears, or at least those who
Is this
came
the
up in the
right
90s.
translation? The Message
Yes,
by who is it?
Eugene Peterson. You can find him
Oh
online.
yes, Eugene
Yeah,
Peterson.
Messiah.
That's
Interview
Jordan
that-
Peterson's brother. No, not just kidding.
It is
Eugene
great.
Peterson. Let's see. So it's easy to read. It
Mhm.
flows. It's not a thy and thou kind of writing.
Very, very, yeah.
So it's what does
It's
it
a
say?
paraphrase.
You've
It's
seen
a-
a
it's an
lot.
idea by idea instead of a word by word.
Why does it say in bold, you've seen a lot, but looked at nothing?
It's also
That's
a great reset in the whole text of Isaiah, which
that's
is
the
each chapter.
I like
I
it
like
already.
these.
You've seen a lot, but look at nothing. I like it already.
Mm.
Is that
Sorry.
like the subheading of this section?
Those got added later on. They weren't part of the original text. You'll see them.
Oh, so
listed
I'm
in
going
the
to read verse 18 through 25, or so, or something like that, or
Yeah.
as far as they can go.
Yeah.
Here I go.
Okay.
I'm going to read. Pay attention now, folks. Oh, it says pay attention. Pay attention. Are you deaf? Open your eyes. Are you blind? You're my servant, and you're not looking. You're my messenger, and you're not listening. The very people I depended upon, the servants of God, blind as a bat, willfully blind. You've seen a lot, but looked at nothing. You've heard everything, listened to nothing. God intended out of the goodness of his heart to be lavish in his revelation. But this is a people battered and cowed, set up in the attics and closets, victims licking their wounds, feeling ignored, abandoned. But is anyone out there listening? Is anyone paying attention to what's coming? Who do you think turned Jacob over to the thugs? Let loose the robbers on Israel. Wasn't it God himself? This God against whom we've sinned, not doing what he commanded, not listening to what he said? Isn't it God's anger that's behind all this? God's punishing power? Their whole world collapsed. They still didn't get it. Their life is in ruins. They don't take it to heart. So let's meditate on this. Is this something that we can apply to our lives, or is this something that happened historically, or both?
Question.
It's prophetic text, so
Oh,
it could be that it
prophetic.
happened in between the time that it was written. Could be that it was looking back at the time that it had already taken place. I think both are true. Depends on whether or not we're learning from our history.
Yeah, it's prophetic in that it's going to be happening. We're wicked and we're going to be punished with climate change.
Well, going back, the author of the earlier quote, Timothy, Paul, he's got a chapter 11, and the chapter's added later on, but 11 in his letter to the Romans, the believer in Romans, describes how he comes from a line out of Benjamin, and why it is that the situation of the people that he comes from, who he still continues to hold out for, is in this state of being blind to the situation in order so that the message of God can burst out of that one people and spread unto all peoples throughout the entire collection of humanity.
I hear that in Timothy's time, there were people that were blinded so that then they could burst out with the message that needed to be spread or something like that.
Well, essentially, God's message to his creation of mankind.
And this Timothy guy, was he?
This is an earlier thing written. Isaiah comes several centuries, at least 6 centuries, well, maybe 4 to 6 or 7 centuries before.
And Timothy, that letter to Timothy reflects something like this.
No, but the author of the letter to Timothy, Paul, in another one of his letters, Romans, in chapter 11, gives reference to the situation that's spoken of here in Isaiah.
Wow. So
Jairo, you are the messenger, Jairo, and you're not listening.
there's a lot of cross-referencing happening. There's this guy, Paul, must have an extensive library of these works that were as old as 6 centuries. Wow. Could have been
Well,
Isaiah.
Isaiah gets referenced a lot in the New Testament. John the Baptist describes himself as a character out of Isaiah, the one calling and pointing to the one who's coming. Jesus in the temple early off, when he goes in a local synagogue, opens a scroll and reads a section out of Isaiah. There's a section later on in Acts where an eunuch from Ethiopia is traveling in Jerusalem, and he's reading Isaiah, trying to make sense of it. And one of the disciples gets aboard the Chevrolet, which is, I mean, because the eunuch is like a rich guy, an emissary from his kingdom there in town, but he's reading the scrolls, trying to make sense of the local culture. And then the disciple hops aboard, and they start discussing Isaiah, and then saying how it points back to this other central character.
Scroll down a little bit, Jairo. Whoever have the image. There's a question there that I like it. Is anyone paying attention to what's coming? So, so what's the idea behind this question, Rami?
Well, I guess we have to know what is coming, right? And let this be a hook for anyone who wants to go further, to pick up and start reading Isaiah either from the start. This is about 2/3 the way in.
Okay.
For me, if you want a direct answer, I interpret it as the coming kingdom of God.
Oh, okay. So you're you are interpreting it according to your biases, like everything that Isaiah says is
Right. And
can
my
be
interpretation may
interpreted
be too small.
towards the kingdom of God and the not just kingdom of God, but do you interpret some of it to be predicting or prophesying what will happen? Does Isaiah talk about someone that could that would do things, and then that you would interpret that to mean that Jesus did these things? So it's kind of like kind of confirming what would happen in
Yeah.
Isaiah.
Traditionally, yes, the Christians tend to view
Mhm.
a lot of reference to they read Jesus into Isaiah a lot.
And is
The name
that
Emmanuel,
what
God with us, is
that
very often a verse that's repeated in services during the Christmas Mass, for instance.
is that what Isaiah meant? Like, what do Jews who do not accept Jesus as the Messiah, how do they interpret Isaiah? Did they say that, oh, Isaiah was actually talking about something that would happen only a few years later? And
I couldn't answer
A
you
few, yes,
but
a few
I don't
years
know.
later, 600 years. That's what Rami said. 600 years before Christ. That's amazing.
yes,
I,
or
I don't find the relation,
oh,
but anyways, that's what Christians think.
oh,
Probably
oh,
written
but
two periods between 736 BC and circa 686 BC.
Imagine.
wow, that's
Totally separated
before
Wow.
approximately
the
15 years.
Buddha. Wow, that. And how did they remember what Isaiah said? Did they have an alphabet to write down what Isaiah said, or did they
In Hebrew.
memorize what he said and then they wrote it down when they said, I think we gotta write this thing down before they kill us or something? Maybe to yes, and to teach it. Maybe they needed to write it down to teach it or to keep the tradition going.
It's difficult because when I'm looking online, our academic biblical on Reddit, someone wrote, Deutero-Isaiah was written in the late exilic and early post-exilic period. The first portion was probably written, this author says 540 BC, shortly before Cyrus conquered Babylon. So I'm not sure.
Oh,
So, Rami,
Lama.
I have a question for you, Rami. The Talmud, they started interpreting the Torah back before Christ, before Jesus Christ, or after Jesus Christ?
Good question. I don't know. I mean, I only have what's available to me through learning online when it comes to these things.
Okay.
Joel, do you have any inputs?
No, I don't know either, but it is an interesting question.
Let's see. So Talmud is
I think the Talmud only began after the expulsion, but I'm not sure if it was the first expulsion or the second. But I'm really just guessing.
Okay, well, let's see what the Braves web browser. How long?
Ask Jairo the copilot.
Oh yes, that's my AI assistant. I could ask Copilot.
All right, so the Mishnah, the core text of the Talmud, was complete by Rabbi Yeshua Nasi around 200 Common Era, approximately 600 years after the destruction of the Second Temple. That doesn't seem right.
Wow, 600 years after. Wow.
Destroyed around the 8th decade of the Common Era. So seems like I can't rely upon this AI. Britannica.
Come on, Jairo.
Talmud, and that right, that slash -TALM.
What is the question behind the question?
Maybe that's how you pronounce it. And then Hebrew, you write it like that, and Romanized is like that. And literally means teaching. Is after the Hebrew Bible, the central text of rabbinic religious law. Halakha. Halakha. And Jewish theology. So that means the Talmud is not exactly the Bible. It's maybe commentary on the Bible.
Yeah.
That's right.
And until the advent of modernity in nearly all Jewish communities, the Talmud was the centerpiece of Jewish cultural life and was foundational to all Jewish thought and aspirations, serving also as the guide for daily life of Jews. The Talmud includes the teachings and opinions of thousands of rabbis on a variety of subjects, including halakha, Jewish ethics, philosophy, customs, history, folklore, and many other topics. Maybe that's where Joel got his ideas for the game of Vinci. The Talmud is constituted by the Mishnah, a written compendium of the oral Torah, and the Gemara, a commentary on the Mishnah, and related Tanaitic writings. Sometimes the word Talmud may only refer to the Gemara, or is it Gemara? I like Gemara. This text is made up of 63 tractates, each covering one subject area. The language of the Talmud is Jewish Babylonian Aramaic. Wow. Talmudic tradition emerged and was compiled between the destruction of the Second Temple in 70 CE and the Arab conquest in the early 7th century. Wow. They started putting it together by then. And traditionally, it is thought that the Talmud itself was compiled by a Rav Ashi and Ravina II around 500 CE, although it is more likely that this happened in the middle of the 6th century. The word Talmud commonly refers to the Babylonian Talmud and not to the early Jerusalem Talmud. Wow. Talmud translates as instruction, learning from the Semitic root, Talmud, meaning teach, study. Oh, wow. In antiquity, the two major centers of Jewish scholarship were located in Galilee and Babylonia. Wow. Talmud was compiled in each of these regional centers. Earlier of the two compilations took place in Galilee, either in the late 4th century or early 5th century, and it came to be known as the Jerusalem Talmud, or Yerushalmi. Later on, and likely sometime in the 6th century, the Babylonian Talmud was compiled. This later Talmud is usually what is being referred to when the word Talmud is used without qualification. Also, what happened to the Jerusalem Talmud? Traditions of the Jerusalem Talmud and its sages had a significant influence on the milieu out of which Babylonian Talmud arose. Oh, someone was knocking at the door. Who could it be? Do me a favor, open the door. And let me see. Let's see. Participants. Oh, it's Clement. Oh, is that the scholar? No.
Oh.
That's Clement. Is Clement from Texas? He's back.
Our friend Clement, who's made Vinci boards.
Oh, my darling Clementine. Oh, no, it's a different Clement.
Hi.
Welcome.
Hi. Do you hear me?
Welcome.
Hi.
Welcome,
Hey.
Clement.
Thank
Welcome,
you.
Clement.
Hi to everyone.
Welcome, Clement.
Thank you. I was checking because I tried to join the meeting earlier and I couldn't.
Oh, my
And
fault.
and
I
now
wasn't
I have it.
awake.
No, don't worry. It's just I have a meeting in a few minutes, but I was just curious. I saw the group and well, maybe I am too young. I don't know.
Not at all.
You'll get older, Clement. Don't worry.
Oh, I know that. I hope it never happens, but
Matter of time.
I want to believe in the impossible, which is that I will not grow older. I hope it happens.
You could read, there's a fellow, his name is Swedenborg, and he says that after this life, we'll have bodies in perfect health at our peak age. Emanuel Swedenborg. Maybe you'd like to
Wow.
venture into exploring his writings. He was a scientist, an inventor, and a theologian of his time, the 16th century.
Okay. I'm interested because you know, as someone very young, you start by kind of hating religion, then there's a middle point where I started like more accepting it, and now even if I am not religious, I find myself very much more in connection with people who are. It's extremely strange how yeah yeah
Wow.
How our views change.
our views change, and yeah
Yes, that's good. To change our views and to not have any fixed views. And maybe
I
tomorrow I will try to become atheist, and then the next day I will become agnostic, and then the next day I will become theist. Yeah. Or maybe I could do that all in one day.
I really have to go now, but if you do another meeting at another time, or we'll be here,
Oh,
I don't know how it works.
oh,
When
come
will
by. Come by next Saturday. I'll
next
try to
Saturday?
start earlier at
Okay,
7.
okay. Have a
What,
really
Well,
good time.
what part of Texas are you in, Clement?
Oh, I am not in Texas. I am in Paris.
That's what I thought. I was gonna guess where you originally
no,
from Paris.
Paris, France.
Yes.
I am
French.
in Paris, France, but I am
Wow, we
I
have.
am half French. I am half French, but my other country, my other half, is the most amazing one. And you in the US have our best player in the world, who is
All right, anytime after 2 p.m. Paris time, you'll probably find us on Saturdays. Probably about 2 to
okay.
16.
Wow.
Have a good
Thanks
one.
for
Bye,
joining
everyone.
us.
Nice
Thank
to
you.
meet
Thank
you,
Bye.
you,
Clement. Hope
Clement.
we see you again.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Clement.
bye. Oh, and Don got to see Clement. Maybe not.
Welcome back, Don.
Yep. We had a person from Paris, France, or he lives there. I didn't catch where he's from exactly. And what about?
One of the, I don't know if it was a Paris' soccer team or one of their club soccer teams has a soccer player from the land that he actually comes from. What I gather.
Yep.
Is he an invite of yours, Joel?
No, I don't know him. I don't think I've ever met him, but I meet a lot of people and I forget a lot of things.
I understand.
Wow, I don't know how he found us.
Verdas, are you still awake?
Yes, he's meditating.
Oh no, I'm listening.
What was your day today? I hope you got some good rest. You know, maybe we're part of the restorative process.
Mm-hmm.
Good so far?
Sorry, sorry, I beg your pardon, brother Rami.
How are you, Verdas?
Oh yeah, I'm fine.
Good.
And how are things going with you, Brother Rami?
Very well. Very well. We're
Mm,
still
did-
waiting
And your
on
Did-
some payments, but
and your kids?
otherwise very well. Got to go to our local sports complex and have a talk with a fellow by the name of David, who helps keep the place there very nice. We're such a it's a large county but small population and very well equipped. In some ways, moving to this place is like the fulfillment of writings, of visions that I had even going back 18 years ago. So it's been very special to be here in our new place.
Oh, what is the name of the nearest town?
We're in it, actually. There's only one, it's a centrality, and there's only one incorporated city in the entire county.
Wow. What is the name of the county?
I don't know if I want to share it just yet, but in private,
Oh. Oh, because maybe people watching this will flock to your house.
Too many questions, Jairo. Too many questions.
Anyone can drive through. There's a lot of special places in America where it's out of the way and most people wouldn't know about, but people are able to just focus on making their local community the best it can be. That's what makes it really special, wherever that place is.
Good.
Is it near Lake City?
I don't know where that is.
Oh, is it near Tallahassee?
About 50 minutes
I
south.
have a question, Rami, Jairo, Joe, and I don't know if Virda is he knows about religions, Western religions.
Mhm.
Somebody asked me
I don't
a
know.
couple months ago, what's the message behind the metaphor of the Adam and Eve and the forbidden fruit? And
Oh.
I told him I don't know. I don't know because there's too many versions of that the metaphor. But since I have Rami here and all of you guys, I always feel safe asking these kind of questions. Rami, how would you answer if somebody tells you, "Hey, what's the metaphor, the message of the metaphor of the Adam and Eve and the forbidden fruit, in the paradise?"
From what I've gathered, and like you, I read it as a metaphor too. I know of there being two trees, a tree of life and a tree of the knowledge of good and evil.
Mm.
And I've learned in the last year to stop eating from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil and pursue the tree of life.
Wow.
That's made all the difference.
Wow.
You see, Jairo, no more questions.
That's good. No, wait a minute. I can't say good because then that would be me judging or coming to a conclusion that this is good and that is evil. So I can't say, wow, that's good, Rami. I have to say, wow, that's neither good nor evil.
Well,
Excellent, Rami.
maybe it's life bringing.
Oh, that's life bringing. As William Shakespeare once said, oh no, it was Hamlet. Well, that's him too. Or something, there's neither good or bad, but thinking makes it so.
Yeah,
Something like that.
Yeah, but that was 1,000 years.
So he was
I
thinking.
don't know.
Hamlet was waking up and thinking clearly, and realizing that his thinking is causing what is good or evil. So if we stop thinking, and we'll start living.
Even Swedenborg, he tried to translate the Bible, the Christian Bible, but that's not a good source. So that's what I was asking Rami,
Oh,
and
wow.
because he has more knowledge of the Torah. So,
Oh wow, Swedenborg.
so Hamlet or whatever you call it, Shakespeare, came 1,000 years after the when they finished writing the Torah, right, Rami?
Well, truth is truth. I mean, it probably gets rediscovered again and again. And Nietzsche even said every generation has to recreate their values. He's not generally considered a real nice guy to a lot of Christians, but
what if the metaphor of that story is whatever we like it to mean to us? We're always looking for meaning, but What?
First Timothy.
And
But
since we have
what?
Bir Das right here with us, what's the creation story in La India, the Hindu,
Yeah,
How-
in Nepal.
in Nepal? Oh, they're Buddhist, they're Buddhism. They
Oh,
practice
there's
Buddhist.
both.
He's got a specific teacher that I know he listens to more regularly, but we'd have to leave it to him if you're awake and able to share something.
Oh. Oh, but what if the metaphors that we attach to the story are because there's many metaphors, then what is the actual meaning? What did the authors of that story actually mean? So I got a hint. I found a video on my Facebook, I think it was, that impressed me, but I have to research more. Oh, maybe it's a guy that is a medium, or somebody is speaking through him. Oh, of course he might be making it up, but I like what it meant, what it said. He says that story about the garden and all that is that this God is an alien, and he doesn't want these humans to know their technology. So they are he's telling the humans not to get the knowledge. But then this snake, oh, now I learned that it's not Lucifer by name, but maybe they just call him snake or serpent. Tells the humans, no, wait, this alien guy, he's trying to keep you ignorant. No, you should take from that tree of knowledge and you'll be like him. So the snake told the truth, but this alien God, this alien being, punished the snake for telling the truth. Nowhere in the Bible does it say that the snake told a lie, because, first of all, they didn't immediately die after eating the fruit. They would there's no evidence to say that they were going to live forever. So they didn't get killed after as a punishment. But this alien God punished the snake by having him crawl on the ground. Maybe this kind of snake was another human or some sort of
Only because you
being.
said you watch a video, Jairo, but I was gonna tell you that stop smoking that. But since you watch that video, so it's okay. I'll believe you.
Yes, you must believe me. You must believe this story. It's so incredible. It must be true. But yeah,
But what is the creation up there in Canada, Joel?
Well, I always thought this is the essence of all religion, because it's what people pleases their God is what they define as good, and that which displeases their God is what they define as bad. And that's always relative to the religion.
Wow.
They're universal. For instance, let's say if every system or body of belief were represented by a circle or a blob, and then perhaps all the ones worth following would have some overlaps, and within the union of all of those overlaps, you could say, well, this is a basis. An example would be golden rule. You can find that creeping up in 16 different forms at least. There's a version of it in Confucianism. There's a version of it in nearly all of, and it may be a lesser emphasized thing in some world religions as compared to others, but at least there's that union, and off
Oh,
that you can operate as a foundation.
Well,
that's interesting.
sorry, I remember once hearing that there are 7 Noahide laws, which are
Mm.
applicable to all religions.
I
And I
disagree.
I don't remember what they are, but
I do.
they talk about not eating the limb off a living animal.
Right, that's the strangest one out of all of them.
Wow.
Yeah, and I don't know what the other 6 are. Maybe you can help me with that, Rami.
You can type in Noahide laws in any web search engine. It'll provide you the list. But I see them primarily as rabbinic construct, sort of a religion for non-Jews to follow. And so long as they do that, they're a-okay in the view. But there's always that separation between the Jew and the non-Jew, and then what constitutes as like that. That's the
Oh,
acceptance from that
here
perspective.
they are. Can you see this?
Not worship idols, do not curse God, to establish courts of justice, not to commit murder, not to commit adultery or sexual immorality, not to steal, not to eat flesh torn from a living animal. On the
Oh,
face
wow.
value, there's nothing wrong with these. But then you got to delve deeper too, I think, because this is supposed to be, by the way, according to the construct, the set of rules that came out of Noah, the biblical character found in Genesis. After the flood, this is supposed to be the set of ethics that his sons were to follow throughout the earth. That's the main Noahide laws.
What does it mean to not
Goodbye, really.
worship idols? How
It
does
means,
one know if
put
one
something
is
in place of
worshiping
God.
idols?
Don't put in the place of Hashem that which is not Hashem. Hashem is Hebrew for the word, which is a reference to its God entity that we don't ever actually give mention to. And if I understand correctly, it's kind of an exercise in Judaism not to ever mention because the idea of God is so holy, you don't want to give reference except
Is that like in the Tao, the Tao Te Ching? The Tao Te Ching says something to the effect that if you try to talk about or express the Tao, then you've missed it or something.
Yeah,
like that.
that's quite often the case. In the 20th century, the mathematician who studied under Bertrand Russell, German Austrian fellow, his philosophy with Ludwig Wittgenstein, sometimes it's best to stay silent. And I'll give you a practical, like real world example from the technology world. If you're running a query on a database, if you query star, you get the most. If you try to make a complex query, you get the least. So the more you ever try to define the divine, the more like an idol you begin to create.
Oh, interesting.
Because you wind up limiting to your own understanding, and of course,
the more you lengthen or complexify the search words or the prompts, even to an AI, there's the danger that you limit it and miss out on some other connections, maybe something like that.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you've ever worked with SQL or any database,
yeah. Wow.
I just typed into Google define star, and it came back with the definition for meaning. I gotta go. Be back.
Hmm. Seven, Noah, high love. Do not, oh, here's another way of interpreting in them. Do not profane God's, the G with a hyphen D, oneness in any way. Acknowledge that there is a single God, cares about what we are doing, and desires that we take care of his world. I like that. Do not curse your creator. No matter how angry you may be, do not take it out verbally against your creator. Wow. Do not murder. Eat a limb of a still living animal. Oh, so that rock star that took the head off of a bat, that was not good in concert. Respect the life of all God's creatures. Oh, yes, that would cause undue pain. So maybe it's okay to kill them without causing them too much pain, and then eating them after you cook them. Maybe do not steal. Harness and channel the human libido. Oh, that's a positive way of looking at it. I will harness and channel my human libido. Yeah, I gotta work on that. Establish courts of law and ensure justice in our world. Yes, we must keep the laws established by our government for the country's stability and harmony. Wow. Those are good to follow. Interesting. Interesting. 7. Okay. Okay. Libido. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Wow. Yeah. Oh, I was highlighting Da Vinci board. Maybe I should remove the spotlight. Or no. Yeah. Unless Jorge wants to play a game of Vinci, or watch us play a game of Vinci.
But yeah, I want to learn.
Haven't you played before, Jorge?
No, never play. I remember a couple months ago that you were playing with Jairo, but I came late that day, so I didn't learn the first moves. So
okay.
All right.
Well, since you're from Mexico, we should play a Mexican game.
Okay.
Wow.
Mexican variety.
Okay.
Let's see how to get a
Can you
spotlight
share
again.
your screen, Joel? Because
I can't.
the
Only
screen of
Jairo
Jairo
can do that.
is too small. The Jairo screen is too small.
Oh, let me
You got to spotlight the board.
Let me remove sharing.
There you go.
There we go. Now it's better.
Okay,
There.
so
Wow.
how does this look? Is that visible?
Yes.
Good.
And
Wow. That's a big die. on the
Yeah.
middle.
X marks
There's
the
an X.
spot. It's just I'm just experimenting with different colored pieces and to see how we might play.
Hmm.
So if we play 4 players, that means Hyro, yourself, Dawn. I don't know. Dawn's driving. I don't know if she can play. She's afraid that Hyro will beat her anyway. But she's never played Mexican style. So in Mexico, they play the game in 5 innings.
Okay.
Wow.
So you have,
innings.
and that's
Cinco de Mayo.
Canada.
Mm.
Exactly. Exactly so. So it's Cinco de Mayo, and they go 5 innings, and you can have anywhere from 2 to 5 players. So
Wow.
we have only 4 players here today if I play, or should we
Oh.
just play 3?
3.
3 is enough?
3 rounds? Oh, 3 players. And then how many rounds? 5 rounds? Wow.
Well, but since it's Jorge's first time, should only probably just do 1 round because it's getting late now anyway. Actually, it's 10 o'clock already. So the first
Oh,
thing
no.
is to decide what position everyone is sitting in. So the way you look on screen to me, I would say Hyro at noon if we were looking on a clock clockwise, Jorge at 3 o'clock, Bear Dash at 6 o'clock, and I would be at 9 o'clock. So that would be clockwise. And then
Okay.
the first thing to do is to decide where on the clock we would start. Who would be the first person to move? And I don't have any dice. Well, maybe I do. Normally we would roll. I'm gonna go get some dice so we can play properly. If you haven't seen it before, I do too many shortcuts and people get confused.
Okay. Hi, Don. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Jorge. I'm well. Can you hear me okay?
Yes. You sound good.
Awesome. Good to see you. It's been a while.
Yeah, good to see you. It's been a while, Don. How you been?
Oh, I've been great. Wonderful. I really can't complain. I'm on my way to training with my puppy. So I'm going to pick her up. She's at boarding right now. And so I'm going to pick her up and go to training. And then after that, it's an hour and a half long training. And then I'm going to take her back to boarding. And then I have a lunch with a nice lady I recently met. So I've got a good day planned, and it was good to see you guys. I'm going to be jumping off of here shortly. So I hope you have a fabulous time playing Vinci, and I'm sorry I can't watch the game.
Yeah, no worries. But it was good to see you too. So,
Yes.
and don't be afraid to be always happy like you are.
Oh,
I like
thank
your
you so
attitude.
much. Thank you so much. All right, so I will see you guys soon. I'll try to, well, I have booked to see you next week, Saturday at the next session. So have a good week and happy holidays if you celebrate.
Okay. I believe that the majority of here they don't believe in Christmas, but anyways, happy holidays, Dan.
Thank
If
you. Mwah. Bye, everyone.
Bye,
Bye.
Dawn. Happy holidays. Okay, where am I now? Okay, so the regular game is all based on logic. Okay, there's only one element of chance, and that's at the very beginning. And that's when we roll dice. So typically we roll 6 dice, And normally they're all different colors, but I couldn't find my different colored dice, but it's only a numerical exercise. So let's say I rolled first and I rolled 5 plus 6 is 11 plus 4 is 15
24.
plus 5 is 20, 26, 8, 9, 18. No, 24, you're right. Okay, so now I'll roll for Hyro
Hmm.
because he's next in what I see here. And I've got 12 and 4 is 16, 17, 18, 23. So that's a little less.
Mhm.
And Bear Dash. Oh, not very high, Bear Dash. 2, 4, 6,
13.
8, 9, 13. And who else? Who didn't I roll? Did I roll for you, Jorge?
Yes, you did.
Okay, so I had the highest roll.
Okay.
So that means I get to choose whether I go in what position we start the game. In other words, do I want to be the first person to play, or do I want to be the second or the third or the fourth? It's entirely up to me. And this is the first decision. From here on in, everything is a decision. Everybody makes their own decision. And the result of that decision, we don't know until the end of the game.
Okay.
So just to keep it a little simpler, and since I don't know if Berdash can hear us or not, I'm going to go first.
Okay.
And I can go anywhere on the board, anywhere on these 17 spaces, but I can't go in the middle until
Okay.
I have 3 in a row.
Okay.
Okay, so the middle is a special space for part of the game, but then later on it changes. It's kind of like getting born and reaching puberty and all different things like that. So when the game starts, you just go around anywhere, but as it develops more, you have different things that happen and things change. Maybe that's easier to see. Is that easier or the white one better?
That's easy. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay. So I'm gonna go first. I'll be black, and I'm gonna go in the middle on one side. Now, Jorge, you can go anywhere else on the board. You'll be white. I hope these will stand up, but you can't go where I've already taken the space. So life is getting shorter, and you
So,
can't go in
do
the
I have to
center.
play in the same side, or so
No,
I have
no,
to?
any side. You can go anywhere on the board, but you can't go here until you have 3 in a row. And you can't go here because I've already gone there. So you can go
Wow.
anywhere on either side.
So because I'm learning, I'm gonna go and move. I'm gonna say I'm just gonna copy you. I'm gonna do the same, but
Okay,
in the
very
other side.
common.
Yeah,
A lot of
in the
people
middle.
do that. And actually, most experienced players, when they're playing, this is not a good piece for this board. I have to find something else that will work better. Maybe another washer. Okay. Does that show up? No, not very well. Didn't get well prepared today. Hold on. Let me find some other
Some
piece-
beans.
some other beans.
Yeah, get some Mexican beans.
We need some Mexican beans or something. All these pieces. I have so many pieces around, but then when I need them, I can't find them. Oh, I know. Here. These will be good. All right, now we're cooking with gas, as they say. Okay. So you'll be black and you'll be white. Now we need
Mhm.
something for Hyro. Hyro, what are we gonna use? Oh, I'm gonna put this number 1 on the board so we're in the first inning. Sometimes
Okay, first
you
inning.
lose track. Now,
Okay.
or should we just play 2? Hyro is, I think he's looking after his mom. Birdash, are you with us? Are you just watching? Are you busy? I
He must be busy.
think we've gone. We'll just play 2 of us, Jorge.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to go here.
Okay. I'll do the same.
On the other
I just
side,
wanna,
right?
yeah, on the other side, yeah. I just wanna see
How it works.
how are you moving
Okay.
and what's your idea?
Okay, so now I'm going to go in the center.
The
So because
center.
I have 3 in a row, I can do that.
So, but automatically I have 3 in the row too, isn't it?
No, but it wasn't your move. It's when it's my turn, I had 3 in a row. So you only
Okay.
go one space at a time. Now you can go anywhere else, but now you can't go 3 in a row. If I didn't take that on this move, you could have taken it on your next move. But since it
Mhm.
wasn't your next move yet, I took it so that you wouldn't get it. I blocked you in effect.
Yeah, I don't see the idea of this game. So if I go around, what's gonna happen?
Okay. So
Let's say let's
okay.
say I go
So we're
6
going
o'clock.
to try and fill up the whole board with our
Oh, I see. I see. But if you're
1, 2, 3,
since
4, 5,
you
6.
start moving, so you have the hand ahead. I mean, you're gonna start. You're gonna finish first the game, right?
Yes, but the game isn't finished until we fill up the whole board.
Okay. Okay. So what's your next move then?
Okay. So my next move is I'm going to block you from getting 3 in a row. I think I may have rushed this. I've
Oh,
forgotten some of the basic
okay.
rules. So
Yes.
the idea is that you want to make shapes with your pieces. So
Okay.
you have here a triangle. That's 1 point.
Okay, that's 1 point.
If you say take another 1 point, so this is 1
Mhm.
point, 2 points, and I have 3 in a row, it's 3 points. So you're trying
Mhm.
to get 3 in a row if you can.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And then at the end, when we fill up the whole board, we'll count up the spaces and who has the most shape. And that will be the
Mhm.
highest score for that inning, for that round.
Mhm.
That's only 1 inning. It's like baseball, it's you can win at
Yes,
the top
yes.
of the first inning, but lose at the end of the game.
Okay.
So I've got there. Now you have another move.
So if I try to block you, uh, anyways, I can block you if because you're gonna make you have 2 moves there. I see 2 moves. If I try to block you the right there,
Yeah,
you have another another line of 3.
correct.
Okay.
But
Okay.
if you block me here instead of here, you also
Mhm.
make a line of 3 for yourself.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay. Okay.
So,
I
that's
like it.
probably a better move, but
Yes.
it's too early to know for sure until we finish the round. So
Understood.
I may
Hmm,
go here,
interesting.
and now you go.
Okay. If okay, you have another chance to make a line of 3. I have another one. If I move the 9 o'clock,
So
Yeah.
we count these spaces
2,
to
3,
to
6.
identify them as one is in the center, and then we count counterclockwise. 1,
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's only
Okay.
one number 9 and 2 of all the other numbers up to 9.
It's gonna be 1. It's gonna be 1, my move.
Well, there's something on 1 already, on both ones.
Well,
it's only-
then it's could be 2, then 2.
Yeah, on that side, you can take 2, and that gives you another 3 in a row.
Mm-hmm.
So this shape, like a plus sign, is one of the most powerful shapes in the whole game.
Oh, wow.
Because you've got 3 points here, 3 points there, 6 points, 7, 8, 9. You've got 3 triangles and a square, so you have 11 points.
Wow.
So it just sometimes it works out that way, but that doesn't mean very much until the game is finished.
Yeah, because you have 2 more
So
options. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what if
And now you have another move.
You wanna won already? You wanna win already? Because I see 3 moves
No.
that.
Wait, you'll see there's another step. So you have 4 choices left, only 4. So you can either go on the white side or block on the black side.
Yeah, but if I block you, you have 2 more. You have up to 1, 2 moves to make another 3 lines. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's.
But at the end,
I rather go in my side and take the one that's left, number
okay.
3. Yeah, that one.
Okay, very
It's
good. So
better
you
for
got
me.
numbered.
Because
Now,
if I try to block you, I won't be able to do it because you have another line in there.
well,
So, anyways,
there's one more step to this which I haven't gotten to yet, but you'll see in a minute. So I've run out of little black pieces. They fell on the floor, so I'm going to use these for the time being.
it's okay.
So try to remember that this one is here. I'll put this beside it or something. So,
Mhm.
well, that's a black one. I dropped them on the floor and now I can't find them. So you
Mhm.
have another move. Where would you like to go?
Okay. You have 3 there. It is ah wow. I won't be able to make it. It's gonna be 4 on your side.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. Let's play it and we'll count it because
4 on your
sometimes,
side.
yeah, there's just 2 open spaces and you
Mhm.
have to take one of them. And whichever one you don't take, I have to take because I get the
Mhm.
last move. That's just the way the game goes.
Number
So it's
2
up
on
to
your
you.
side. The other one.
This one
The other one. The other. No, the other one.
in the
That one.
corner.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll take this one too, but I don't have enough black pieces. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pieces on the board. But you only have 8. So to make things fair, you get to remove one of my pieces. Any one piece that you choose, you can take off the board. You don't replace it with your piece, but then we can count the score. Before that, we can't count the score. So we'll both have 8 pieces on the board and there'll be one empty piece.
So
which one do you
if
think?
I remove one, you don't have that option. Only me.
That's right, because I went first.
Okay.
I have more
Okay.
pieces on the
So
board.
I'm going
Only
to
you.
remove. I'm going to remove the one in the middle.
This middle or this middle? The center of
That
the
middle,
black
yeah,
side?
that middle.
Okay, so
The
So
the center of your side.
yeah, you picked the best one to remove.
Yeah.
So so you have no trouble understanding the game because a lot of people you would play this many times before they would understand that what you just did. Okay, so this one is the black one. I have to get some more of those little black covers. They work well on this board. And now we can see, I think we're almost tied. So you have 3, 3 is 6, 3 is 9. And then you have a square, which is 2, and another square, which is 4, and 2 triangles, which is 6. So you have 15 points.
Okay, I like it.
I have 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that's it. So when
So
you took
I won?
away that centerpiece, you won. You won the first inning. The first
Was
inning
lucky.
is, well, I don't know. You cottoned on to it right away. So I'm going to use the red one to keep your score. So we put your color die on the board facing up, indicating that you have 1 game point and your opponent has none. And we now move into the second inning.
If I may,
Yeah,
pardon I for having to step out for a moment, but not really, because of course family comes first. But where I stepped out, we were discussing the no hide laws, and I never thought to open my mind why I'm not such in favor, but hey, sorry, he was barking.
He's beautiful, Mom.
Yeah, I know, we had both of our long hairs trimmed. Here's our Terran Carrier. Note the long legs.
It
Strong
looks good
Mausers.
for taquitos, Rami. I'm just kidding.
We have a Chihuahua here too. At the moment. So anyway, better to have better to universalize the 10 Commandments, for instance. Now, not everyone has to follow the first, let's say 4 or 5 of them, because they primarily have to do with religious literature. But the rest are things like not being, the word is covet there, your neighbor's possessions or relationships. Don't murder, don't have sex with other people's spouses. All those type of things I think can be universalized for a healthy society. Jesus said he didn't come to destroy the law, but to complete it, and he completed it with his new commandment, which is love your enemies. That produced, I think, some of the most advances in terms of human societal evolution. Of course, are we achieving that? If we're breaking any of the laws, do we realize that we're sinners and that we need a way to break out of the rule of our errors, of our ways, in order to be made new and fit for the kingdom of heaven. And that's all I'm going to say about that for now. I think this is, are you doing innings or rounds today, Joel?
well, they're interchangeable. They're the same thing. People call them innings. Some people call them rounds. In a boxing match, they call it rounds. In
Is this a 4 or a 3 set game?
well, Jorge has never played before.
Ooh.
This was his first time, and we just played two players because Jairo is occupied with other things, and you were away, and Birdash is maybe asleep already. We don't know. So we just had a two-player round, kind of an instructional thing because Jorge had never
Mm.
really played it himself before. I thought he had.
Now,
No, it's the first time, but I like it.
does Vinci have the feature like poker where anyone can be dealt in? Someone newcomer into a game, would it work?
Well, I never thought of that, but I suppose on the consent of the other players, there would be no reason why not. You know, if Jorge was intent on showing me that he was gonna, beat me at a Mexican game, even though I'm a Canadian and I invented the game, he might not want to change the game to have a three-player game now. But I certainly have no objection, and it would give Jorge the chance to have a three-player game as well. So
Well,
you want
probably best to keep it as simple as possible. What, 3 rounds, 2 players, first time out? Because you want a
Well,
nice
it could-
solid basic foundation.
you could do that, or you could join in if you wanted to be if
We
you
could
wanted
stick
to
a pin
get
in that idea and contemplate it because the stakes work differently, I think, in poker than they do. I would say Vinci is more like tennis in that it's well, you have games and was it game, set, and match? So
Is that okay if I ask you to play against Joel so I can see the moves from
my
both of
goodness,
you? So
I don't
next time
know.
I can play.
Gonna completely radicalize, but it might give you some. Plus, I mean, he could always change the rules on me as we go along, so I don't know if because are they
Oh.
fixed?
they're pretty fixed, I think, Rummy, but it's up to you.
Well-
If Jorge wants to watch
I cannot because I'm
and
making
you and I
pancakes.
play.
I have an out, so
Oh,
I'm
okay.
gonna go flip my pancake for my son.
Okay,
Okay, let's do it then.
okay.
I'll do it the
Okay.
same way.
So-
Joel.
Okay, so this time you go first. We rotate back and forth between who goes first and who goes second so that nobody has one advantage. So
Okay.
usually the person who goes second in a two-player game has the advantage. So you
Okay.
had the advantage and you won. So normally you
Okay.
would go first with the black pieces, but I don't have enough black pieces. I've misplaced some of these playing pieces, so you'll use the white ones, but you'll go first if that's okay.
Yeah, sure. My side, the white one, the middle one. Yes. And you okay. I want to try to follow your move. It's gonna be the 6 o'clock. It's good. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. No, the other one. 1, 2, 3. That's 2, 3 of the four one.
Is that what you meant?
No, the other one. Next.
5. So
Oh,
1,
that's 5.
2,
Okay.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It takes a little bit of time. Jairo and I have it, we played it enough that we sort of know it, but you would
5.
not
Okay.
have
Okay.
that memory.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. The one, number 1.
Number ones, they're both taken.
Okay.
You mean the very center?
That one, the middle one. Yeah, that one.
It's number 9.
Number 9. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay. Number 8.
Number 8.
Uh, Number was 7. Six. Hmm. 1.
You already have one.
2. 2 then. Yeah. 2. Wow. 3. You already
And
have a.
I'll take that one. And
Mhm.
you have to take that one because you got the last move.
Mhm.
So you have everything filled except you have
You have to
9
take one, right?
pieces.
You have to
Yes.
take one.
And again,
Yeah, go ahead.
I will take the center if I can find my
Of
tweezers.
course, of course. I see the point. I see it now clearly.
Whoop.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay, so
Destroy
now
my
what do
game.
we see? I've
Mhm.
got 3, 6, 9, 2 is 11, 2 is 13, 2 is 15, and I have a triangle here is 16. And you
Mhm.
have 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. But because you have this unique shape here, it's also a large square. We
Really?
recognize that as an additional square. So
Oh, wow.
yeah, so you get 18. You win the second inning. So now we say you're on the board with a game 2 points, but also on the first 2 innings, because it's unusual for the same person to win 2 consecutive innings. You get an extra game point because you won both of the innings consecutively. So just winning
Wow.
2 innings doesn't do it, but they have to be 2 in a row, and you did that. So
Joel,
the
you're a good
score
teacher.
is,
You're a good teacher.
well, I just tell you what I know. And
Mhm.
now we move to the third inning, and in a Canadian game, which is what Rami was suggesting, which is a short game, this would be the last inning, unless so even though you would think you might win, if I win this inning, we'll be tied. And then that would force one more playoff inning. So this time I go first. You go second. Your advantage.
I play the same in the middle. Hmm. Number 4. No. 5. 5 then. It's 5. 5. Number 5. Sorry.
That's okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1,
This
2,
is
3,
a
4,
little
5.
bit
Okay.
different shaped board. It's a bit elongated, so
Mhm.
it's a bit harder to see. On the more square boards, they're easier to see.
Mhm. Hmm. Interesting.
It's always about thinking. and
Number one.
and reasoning. Number ones are both taken.
The one in the middle.
Number 9.
Number 9. Number 9. Okay.
Oh, you're black.
Number 1.
Number 1 is taken on both sides.
2. 2.
On
my
which
side.
Yeah, your
My
side.
side. Yeah. Number 2 on my side. That's not fair, Joel. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number 6. No, the other one. The next one. No, the next.
7?
The next. Yeah. Yeah.
7. Okay, that's 7.
7. Yeah.
And
Number 8. Oof, I did a wrong move. Well, anyways, that's fine. 1, 2, 3. Number 4 on my side. Mm-hmm. I have only 2 options on your side, so it doesn't matter. So it's gonna be 3 on your side. 3. Mm-hmm. So you have to take one.
Okay.
It's gonna be the middle one
exactly.
on your side.
So now you have 3. 1 triangle is 4, and that's it.
Wait a minute. You start the game, so I have to take one on your side, right? Or
Oh, wait a minute. Sorry, did I do that wrong? Yeah, I did.
Yes.
Sorry, 5.
you took one of mine in the middle one.
My
so-
mistake. I got so anxious to try to salvage the game that I
It's
forgot.
okay.
So you
It's fine.
take 1. All right. So you have 3, 6, 7, 8. Or I have 8. 3 and 3 is 6. And 3 triangles. 1, 2, 3 is 9. And you have 3, 6, 7, 8, and 2 is 10. So you win. You win the game 6-0.
Wow.
It's a complete shutout. You're a
Wow.
natural, Jorge.
I'm what's the nickname of the Dodgers? The one that died a couple months ago.
I don't know. But you shut me out the first time
Hey, I'm
playing.
Fernando Valenzuela.
Well,
Okay.
thanks for the game.
Is there a game online so where I can practice this kind of game because I like it?
Not yet. Not yet. There's a guy in Chicago who's I think working on something like that, but I don't think
Mhm.
he got it available yet. But all
Mhm.
you need is two tic-tac-toe boards, draw them on a piece of paper, and see if you
Mhm.
can find somebody to play with. The important thing is having somebody to play with, because then you you can exchange ideas and excuse me,
You-
moves and things like that.
Well, if you wanna come next Saturday, I'll meet you next Saturday.
Okay,
I'll
I
play with you.
usually come, but I think Rami likes to talk about religion, and
Sure, no problem. We can
so
talk about religion.
it's either way, but we'll see what happens. But I'm happy to play. Maybe the best game is a 3-player game. If we have, because it's the most unpredictable. So that
Yeah,
makes it, I
well,
think, a lot of fun.
I like the one-on-one, but I would be curious to see how we played a 2 against 2. Would be interesting.
Yeah, you can play 2 against 2, or the most interesting is 5 players, because it gets to be really hairy. You never know who's going to win, and each move is that much more important. And
Huh,
each player has fewer moves,
I see.
so it can be
Okay,
a lot of fun.
I
Okay,
bet.
I think I'm gonna head out for the day. Nice to see you again. I hope to see you again
Thank
next
you,
week.
Joel.
Thank
Thank you for
you.
teaching me.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you for trying it.
Yeah, I will next time.
I think I'm gonna
I'll
go.
be easy on you next time.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
get let be a little easier on me.
Wow.
I'm very sensitive.
Wow. Good. Good. Quick learner. El Jorge.
Yeah,
Gracias por
yeah.
jugar.
He's a
Wow.
natural. I think
Super.
I told
Maybe
you
he's
one
even
time I
supernatural.
played with. Yeah, he could be. He may be channeling some divine energy or something.
Yes.
It's everything in
I
the
don't know whether
Akashic
that's
records.
allowed. Well, actually, there was one guy I played with in Pittsburgh, and it was during COVID, and he was actually so good at it, he scared me. Turns
Oh,
out he was an Italian guy from Rome, and he was stuck
Oh.
in Pittsburgh because he was working for a company there during COVID, and he couldn't get back to Italy. And he played it the first time, and I almost didn't have to tell him any of the rules. He seemed to know them. And then afterwards, I got scared because I thought maybe this isn't a new game. Maybe there's a game like this in Europe. So I kept
oh.
sending him emails and trying to get in touch with him, and he never answered. And I thought, oh, I guess I'm bugging him. He doesn't want to have contact. But finally, he answered. I got in touch with him on LinkedIn. Turns out he's a guy with 2 PhDs. He has a PhD
Wow.
in philosophy and another PhD in physics. One was from the University of Padua in Italy, and the other was from the University of Berlin. And he said, no, he'd never seen the game before. And I said, well, there's something about the way you played it that he's very gracious. Oh, it's just luck, blah, blah, blah. And I said, you listen, I played this hundreds of times, hundreds of times. You didn't even have to ask any of the rules practically. And, and then in the end, he said, well, I make shapes of molecules in my laboratory all day long. So making and seeing shapes of things is something that he kind of comes by naturally. So that was
Huh.
his explanation. I don't know if I fully believe it or not, but very nice guy.
Well, I have 2 questions before you go, Joel. The first one, you said that it was a Mexican style. You were joking with that, or
No,
is
no,
the
no, no.
same?
No, I was serious. So we played
Okay.
the difference between Canadian, American, and Mexican. The rules are all the same, and the scoring is more or less the same. It's a little bit different on the last inning,
Oh, the scores.
but
Okay.
the main difference is how many innings make up a game. So
Oh,
In the United States, 4 innings
okay.
make up a game. In Canada, 3 innings make up a game. But if you get a
Okay.
shutout in a Canadian game, like you did just now, you automatically win the American game because there aren't enough points available to make any difference. So if you win all three, you've won the same as if you would have won an American game. So you don't really have to play the fourth inning. And in a Mexican game, the last two innings have triple points.
Oh, I see.
So it makes it a little more suspenseful, even if you're all the way behind. If I lost the first three innings, you would have 4 points. And
I
then
see.
if I win the fourth inning, you would still be winning 4-3. So everything rests on the last inning, the Mexican standoff.
Mhm.
So it's just it's a little variation to give it more local taste or flavor.
Okay. Okay.
We can
So
try that. next time.
I have another question, but I'm gonna let you go. So
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't know if you're busy.
No,
It's
no.
not about the game. You said you talk about philosophy and about the Italian. When it comes to philosophy, well, actually, it's two questions in one. The first one, the books that I read in any library are the same that they use in a university, or do I need to go to a university to practice philosophy?
Well, normally you would, not too many people learn philosophy outside of the university. It's not the kind of thing that people generally take an interest in, I don't think. So if you're serious about, being actually skilled at it, you would probably have to take one or more courses at a university, because just by reading, just like if someone were just to read the rules of this game but not play it, would they really be playing the game, or would they really know it? So it all depends on what you want to do, but the books are the same. However, sometimes things aren't exactly as they appear just by a simple reading of the words. Sometimes you need to get into a bit of a discussion, and for that, you need other people. Just like you and I need each other to play this game, we would need each other to discuss philosophy, to see if we're both having the right meaning. It doesn't mean that we're both going to be correct. We may both be wrong about the meanings that we draw from it, but at least we have something more than just the flat words on a page.
Got it. Thank you, Joe.
Anyhow, I'm going to head out, Jorge. You have a great
Okay.
week, and I look forward to seeing you again.
Yeah, thank you, Joel. I'll see you
Thank
next
you.
Saturday.
Merry
Bye.
Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate.